Like my first cover letter, my first versions of like my cover letter were just that. It was like, I'm the fucking best. I'm the boss.
I'm taking your job today.
I'm
Get
the
the fuck
cake
off my
boss.
seat.
And
Oh, the guy,
then
the
I'm
cake
just like-
boss.
Beep, boop, bop, 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 beep.
One thing that we talked, I think we'll probably touch on it when we do the Visitor Paradox, is like I guess we'll briefly touch on it here. Like when sometimes our team meetings end up becoming therapy sessions.
Oh my God. Yeah. Here's the thing. It happens like almost regularly now, but I still don't expect it. I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, like the honesty. And I really appreciate that they're honest.
And I don't have that with my team, which I work with for way too long and that I see way too often, even through like Zoom or whatever.
Yeah, like, man.
Almost because I don't relate to them, but because like I relate to like more people in VP, mostly because we're like, I can't say we're the same age. Like those people are young. Those motherfuckers are young as hell. Besides me, you, and Bernie. It's like we have more shared interests and we speak the same language essentially. We're big gamers.
I mean, I think part of it is the questions in our Scrum.
It's true. Some of them go into like super personal stuff. Sometimes it's like, what's your favorite color?
But like, because I like starting our Scrum, for those of you guys listening and watching for the first time, I like starting our Scrum with several questions to kind of set our state of mind. What are you grateful for? Your biggest win, the lesson. Because I feel like that's a good place to be for like if you're in a state of mind for gratitude and acknowledging your wins, you're in a better state of mood versus of like, if I asked,
you're in a better mood for the meeting, period.
Yeah, because if I'm curious too, like, what are you worried about today? What's or what made you mad? Then you're just gonna bring up all these emotions. You'll be a little bit more triggered or whatnot. So that's why I do that. And then when they share their lessons, I feel like that's an entry point.
It's a more positive note.
Yeah, and it's cool because it's hearing like the wisdom of everyone, even though it's like,
I need more sleep.
Yeah, it's like no matter how big or small, a win's a win or a lesson's a lesson. And then I think people just being honest, because I feel like there's been I would almost say a streak of like people experiencing burnout. First, It was Bernie. She, I think, took a week off. Something was happening in her personal life. We're not going to talk about it here. And then also like
up to her if she wants to talk about it. Whenever.
Yeah, but and we also talked about and then affecting her work. And I yelled at her and I fired her. I'm just kidding. No, but she like brought it up and I think she was honest. Like, I would like to share this part. Like she was hesitant to tell me about it because like
who tells their boss that you're going through some personal shit?
And you want, because and also like from our experiences of how you just work through the
pain,
shit.
work through the bullshit.
Because when you say like, I need time off, it's almost like saying you quit, but really you're not quitting. It's just I need a time out. Yeah. So and she was sharing that same sentiment. Like for going through personal stuff, I could use some time off, and I'm like, I'm like,
okay.
Like I gave her like the rest of the week off or more than a week off to recharge, do whatever she needed. Free her from the responsibility of like trying to do all that stuff. And that's one thing that I appreciate from them is they're, and I want to continue catering, is that they're open and honest about burnout or they need time off or they need all that stuff. Like after Bernie was our editor, Alex, and he was honest like 2 weeks ago in our meeting. He was like, he was not feeling inspired. He was feeling burned out. He just he was avoiding editing.
And he was costs. Even like volunteering, like, can I do any other things besides editing videos?
Oh yeah.
He was like, he was trying to, I think he was trying to like had it, like be like, I want to do videos right now. Like instead of, but like you can't give me a week off, at least give me a week of not video.
Yeah.
But like, we don't have anything for him that's not video. So take the fucking week off, Alex.
Yeah. Then it's also like that nagging feeling of like still like when you're, because I experience this, like when you're out but you still have work to take care of. It's like,
That's why I try to take as much, especially when I'm going on vacation for my day job. Like I try to get as much as I can done and like leave as many notes, leave as many like documentation as possible. So A, they can't bother me on vacation, and B, I'm not like, oh shit, it's falling apart. Like I'm on the plane, I'm like,
Yeah, I mean that's part of the reason I'm grateful for the team, because I'm like when we implemented certain systems, like having these systems, like the way you prep yourself up to win is fantastic, because honestly I just thought about that too. Like when you're here or when I leave, like what can I leave off the table, get off my table, so I
Get
can
off your plate.
get off my plate. What?
Yeah, take off your plate.
So like my nose is so itchy, I'm like losing my thought. But yeah, so I can enjoy my time out, because I enjoy working too, like I said many times.
Obviously.
It's my video game for life. But that sounded really cringy. But I get my experience points is money. So yeah, but I would like to have the option to not have to. But yeah, anyways, like going to the team, I like how open and honest they've become. Like it really shows the comfort, and I like that. I love that, and I'm hoping that, I guess in my sharing, that other people who are in leadership positions, that they realize that they're not just in a position of like pointing the direction and saying go do this, but they're more rather in the direction of like, how do I set my team up to win, to be at their best, and also care, also listen to them as people. I think there's this recent entrepreneur or business owner, his name is Dan Price. He is fantastic. Like from what I've heard, I don't know much about him yet, but from what I've heard, he treats his employees really well. Like I think by default in his company, I could be wrong, I'm gonna need to fact check myself, but everyone gets 70,000 salary.
I think I heard about that.
So and then obviously like the belief of doing the right thing for your company. Like there was a whole debate in the like around, what was it, April, March, like back in the office or remote, and then there's these other business owners trying to force everyone to come back, like lowering your pay if like by
You're
X
remote.
amount if you're remote.
Because you're like, you're not paying for gas. So I'm like, yeah, I'm paying for electricity.
Yeah, which is fucking bullshit. And then, or like giving them incentives and whatnot. And he was simply said, like on his thing, on his take on it is like, ask the employee, what do they want?
Yeah.
Decision done.
Yeah, this is why like, so I was a little surprised like when I was talking to like the CEO at my day job, and she was just like, so what's your team's plan? Is it necessary for you to be here? I'm like I've never heard, it's like, it's really like rare to hear like someone in a position like CEO say, is your position is it necessary to even have you in the office unless it's like needed? Is it like necessary to have you just here?
Yeah.
And then I said, I'm like, oh, I'd love to say that it's not, but sometimes it is. So that's why, like, and I told her, I'm like, we're planning the hybrid thing. And she was like, oh, that's great. And she was like, if you don't really have to be here, don't be here. I'm like,
I like her.
like, I've never heard anyone that's like this like corporate type that just goes, yeah, if you don't have to be here, don't be here. I'm like, she has been like, she's always been like the sweetest lady like ever. But at the same time, it's like,
so sometimes it's always middle management.
Are you saying
that? Sometimes it's just middle management fucking shit up and trying to push their agenda.
It's kind of, I deal with that all the time.
Trying to like make themselves look good to get to the next,
level. I'm on the next. Okay. Like I told you this before. It's like, oh, like, so like someone in middle management, basically the people I answer directly to would just be like, oh, hey, vice president wants this done, this done, this done, and makes it sound like it's completely necessary or whatever. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm just like, it's really not doable, like in the time frame that you're giving me. And then, but you're making it sound like I'm gonna get fired if it doesn't happen. Like our jobs are on the line if I don't make it happen. And so there was one time I literally was just like in the VP was just like, hey, can you add Max to this phone call so I can just tell them what I want and then I can get an answer, yes or no, can it be done in this time frame? Because I know there's a deadline that we're still, and I don't want to be the one holding it up. There's that. Also, I never thought it was necessary to have it go all the way up to upper management, but whatever. Yeah. I never thought it was necessary to go to senior management, but whatever. I guess it has to. Fine, let's go with that. But here's senior management saying, I don't want to be the one holding this up. So it's like, get Max on the meeting if they're available. I was, and they were like, and she was like, okay, so here's my notes and like timestamps and everything. Okay, so on the 3rd minute of the video, can this be done instead, or can we replace this? I'm like, yes. Can, this happen, this happen? No. Okay. And then this happened. Yes. Okay. So I can expect 2 changes then. And then the other one, it's not a big deal. I'm like, good. Now that we had this talk, it was done.
It was that easy.
5-minute meeting.
So see, that's where it's sometimes it's a meeting like that is necessary. Like instead, because sometimes like email chains get long, and then where it can
and
be
then like the whole
like
bureaucracy. And I have to go through my director. I have to go through my manager before I can get to this person. And like sometimes if I want like a list of like staff to like email for something, and I can't wait around for someone to request it for me.
Yeah.
I just go straight to HR. I'm like, hey, I need a list. She's like, okay.
I need a hit list.
Like I need a list of the following people, or I need like emails for the following people so I can contact them for like photos or whatever the fuck they needed for a campaign that we were doing. They were like, okay. And like just, and the thing is, and they were telling me that like, you're going to send someone from like upper management, like an email. Can you copy us on it? I'm like, which I get for some of that. There was like one time I like emailed for like list, for like just the list, and they knew what I was doing anyway. And they were like, you didn't copy us. I'm like,
yeah. I
told you, I said, hi, I'm going to email so-and-so for the list. And that was it. And once I have the list, I will let you know. And then like, I don't even have to let you know if I have the list. If I go through with it, if you get like the big to all staff email, like to this list of staff members, plus you 2 copied on it. Oh. Yeah, you'll know I got the list.
Yeah.
Like, why do I have to every step that I do? Why must you micromanage me like that?
Yeah, I fucking hate being micromanaged, man. It's one of the reasons. I don't
even like micromanaging people.
Me too.
I hate that feeling.
Because like, I hired you for a reason.
Yeah.
I assume that you can just get the job done.
And if you don't get the job done, then we need to fucking talk.
Yeah, like all I need to do is just give you feedback or tell you certain processes need to be fixed and whatnot. I'm not here to like handhold you. This is why I have like SOPs and sending out pretty
And the thing is, the most handholdy thing that you've done is literally have the like documentation, like either like the video or the video, which is like way too detailed and makes me feel stupid. So meaning it is very detailed.
Yeah.
And like any like Yahoo from off the street can do.
Yeah. And because
I do the same thing.
Because I try to be as detailed as possible. And then which is like there's a new editor that I'm working with that before I'm like really vetting him and training him to have an eye for detail before bringing him in these meetings. I call him out every time there's a detail missing or a simple mistake that shouldn't be happening, like a lower third that's clearly not on the
lower third,
not in its proper placing, and you can't even see it. It's like, did you not see that? You didn't have like extra 5 seconds to just nudge that up, and or improper typefaces, and then that things like that kind of irk me because.
The thing is, if they are as good as they say they are, they wouldn't be making those rookie ass mistakes.
Because I sent a brand guide for a reason. Here is the exact typeface that we need to be using, and they ended up. And then just this recent batch, I looked through, everything was set up proper. Typefaces were all over the place. because they were using the VP font, my font, Temper Tantrum's font. I'm like, did you not look at the brand guide that I provided you so you can see which goes which? Things like that kind of annoy me because I literally gave you a guide for reference so you can deliver it to me properly and not make simple mistakes like this. And then I would, if I'm going to pay for the service, I would assume that you can make the right judgment calls to make sure things look good before delivering it instead of just fucking slapping it on together and fucking expecting me to fix it on my end.
The point is fix it in, well, it's not even fix it in pre because it's not pre anymore, obviously. But you
have the director fucking fix it because you didn't have the
the director shouldn't have to go in there and re-edit himself. Like, that's the whole point of having an editor, so you don't have to self-edit.
Okay, now that's a duck. What's going up, Mel? That's why I like when I interview people and when they present their work to me and this guy I hired, I liked his stuff. The people he's worked with, he worked with a CrossFit competitor that I was like, oh, I know this guy. So I gave him a chance. He had a pretty decent body of work, and then people cannot interview well. And I'm a pretty easygoing guy. Like I can vibe with a lot of people. But when I'm first working with him, I'm like, I'm a dick. You better. Oh my God. I think I shared with this in the Temper Tantrum podcast. Yeah, it was with the Temper Tantrum podcast. When someone sent me a cover letter saying that I'm the best. I'm the best because I told you about this. Yeah. And then I started, I got mad by that statement. I'm like, you better show me you're the best. And in his resume,
here's the thing though, it just to play devil's advocate, which I never do. A lot of old school resume cover letter writing has always been that, like, stroke your own dick on your.
Hire me.
I'm the best. No. Well, like that's the thing though. The old school, like old school way that people were taught how to write a resume or a cover letter is to just literally say, yeah, I'm the best. I'm the one for the job because A, B, and C. That is, and you know why that is? It's corporate America that did it.
That's fair.
It's corporate America's fault. Like now that you have freaking millennials like holding senior positions, hiring positions, we see through that bullshit.
Yeah, like I don't know. To me, it came off as arrogant, and it set a bar very high for me.
Well, that's the thing, though.
So I'd rather
I had to revise my cover letter so much. Like my first cover letter, my first versions of like my cover letter were just that. It was like, I'm the fucking best. I'm the boss.
I'm taking your job today. Get the fuck off my seat. Oh, the guy, the kick boss.
I'm the boss, buddy. And then after like revising it, then it wasn't like I'm not the best. It's like I am good at these things.
Yeah,
because you said you needed this, I can do this.
Yes,
and more.
Exactly. I feel like that's a much more effective cover letter.
My cover letters, like I don't have a set cover letter anymore. I have a cover, I know what to say.
It's ultra tailored.
I cater and tailor it to every single application. I don't give a fuck. Sometimes, and I have like 3 different versions of a resume.
Yeah.
If I apply to another organization within the larger organization for my job, I have one that's dedicated solely to that. Huh?
The Illuminati?
Yes, the Illuminati. So green with triangles and shit.
Ooh. Triforce. Link is part of it. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's almost like having separate reels, like for dancers. Like you show your tricks, for like editors. Yeah, like this guy just said I'm the best, and I can. For me, it rubbed me up the wrong way, and then he when I interviewed him, and I went through every. I may have been a dick. I was a dick, but we went through majority of the work he submitted to me, and I ripped it apart in a sense. Not ripped it apart. Did I rip it apart? I don't know. Did I? I was honest.
Was it?
I was very.
This wasn't the guy that was like that worked on all these things, but they were all templates.
Yes, it was that guy.
It was that guy.
Because because
Here's the thing. I'm not hating on templates because I use those because
yeah, nothing wrong
Myself?
with templates, but don't say you're the best if you're
using templates.
using templates. I was disappointed because I was expecting amazing original work.
Yeah. And then you asked him if
like
he can create stuff that's original. He's like, no.
so yeah, because he was saying like, can I? And then I asked, did you make these templates? No. Did you make these designs? No. What was this for? Who was it for? And I was like, okay. And then I was like, did you design these? I was like, because it was for one client. There's 3 videos, three different looks. There was no brand cohesion. It was all over the place. No. So maybe I don't recall. This was like a month or so ago. And then
my job was a very strict brand guideline, so I have to adhere to this.
Yeah, yours is strict. And now that's the thing. A lot of these
that's the thing
that
though, like I don't have to think about it. It's like, yeah, I can just use these colors and this logo.
With a lot of these companies, they don't have brand guides, so we have to end up creating our own within the company for it. What did Mel say? You made him cry. Only fair for saying the best.
That's true.
Yeah. And I did this for every sample. I feel like I did, because I was like walking through, and I was holding out on him because I wanted to make sure I wanted to hear his thought process. I wanted to hear more, but it was just like I was honestly disappointed. And
see if he's even slightly trainable.
And then I no, I don't. No,
you were planning on training.
Don't want to train. I want someone with like some experience that was bring on.
Like you were gonna start from scratch. Like you need someone with a good foundation.
Yeah.
All you have to do is put concealer and have it. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, that's why with this other guy, like I think he was pretty humble. His honest.
The one that you're vetting right now.
Yeah, he's already on. I hired him, but
okay.
I loved his honesty. The question I asked, like, what would you do with $1 million?
What do you say?
Like, probably get fat.
I like him. I like him already.
I was like, what the fuck is this answer?
Like, what did I? Do you remember what I said to that? Because I know you asked me that too. But I was drunk, and so
I
were
remember.
you.
I was
drunk, and so were you.
I think my answer for that is still the same. Mm-hmm. Eat it all. No,
eat it all.
But yeah.
Fax no printer.
Fax no printer.
I know. I think I said something about like getting a house and then putting everything else in savings like a fucking loser.
Dude, the savings, stocks, Roth IRA, the boring shit. You get money out of it.
I clearly was half talking out of my ass because I was drunk, but at the same time I was like, I just want a house.
I honestly don't know about owning a house. So because there's so much responsibility.
Well, you don't want to mow the lawn or
I don't want to do any of that.
Garden. Well, at least you don't have to shovel snow.
Huh?
At least you don't have to shovel snow.
Yeah, at least I wouldn't have to do that. That's why that's why renting. Like I just want a vegetable garden. Like at least if something's broken, I call the landlord. They fix it. Like for,
I can fix it.
You're gonna fix the septic tank. It breaks down.
I can learn.
Not house.
Also, no, we're not getting a house with septic. No.
Not houses being around 500. Yeah, that's like you got to be a gajillion there.
500,000 is literally a shoebox in Los Angeles.
That's true. It's a lot of it's got at least reaching millions.
It's a tent on the side of the road. So, that's 500,000.
It's my studio.
If you owned it.
Yeah.
If you were to buy it.
Oh, shit. I'd still want to have a place in LA. So fingers crossed. Got to get that PewDiePie money, the Markiplier money.
And move it to Donald Glover's old house.
Yeah, dude, he's doing great. But he's also like, that's the thing. Like, I like to do what he does. Like he's busy doing all these kind of projects he's doing. So I wanted to do that, but like also like involve other people, like Temper Tantrum. Like we get to do our own other things and hopefully build our channel to the point where we're just paying them.
Are you also gonna start a channel and post for a full year and then kill it? No,
God no. That is like, I give them props for doing that because they essentially cut off like a source of revenue.
Yeah. Well, they planned on it.
It was planned, but it was
There
like
was-
wow, like the walking away from like on a financial standpoint, like I'm pretty sure they were good, but also
Yeah.
like an extra source of revenue. I'm like props, like they just.
I mean, some videos were not monetizable because they were a bit much. There was a lot of nudity. There was a lot of cussing. First minute, all that, like all the YouTube stuff. But they weren't about to take it down because it was still involving Markiplier, and they can't take down their golden boy. And what was it? I think it was in one of the comments on Ethan Gameplays. He did a rewrite of That Funny Feeling by Bo Burnham.
Oh
He did
yeah.
a rewrite with like his own lyrics. He kept like a line or two from Bo Burnham, but like most of it was like his own rewrite. And one of them was about Who's Honest. It was a year of creativity, something at this time or dies. So like it was clearly he was like really sad about it. It was like this thing that he did with his friend, and like they did it for a year. They hung out for literally a year, and then they put all this work into it. Like like the video. Some of those videos may have been stupid. Some of those videos they may just have been talking on like Discord. But the thing is that was the hard part. Coming up with the content because of pandemic. And having to scrap all the big plans they had. They were going to do some ice skating thing with the Grumps and all that. And that didn't happen. And that made me sad. Oh, we should do ice skating. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking too.
Oh, I can teach you how to ice skate.
Oh, we should go to the roller rink when you're here.
Oh, there's an ice skate.
Well, there's that too. But there's, roller rink here, and, roller skates, dance some.
Teach you how to ice skate. Someone that grew up in the freaking tropical island.
That'll be an episode. Right? That'll be an episode. Temper Tantrum versus.
But they were so the comment said, "Oh, you could have the financially smart thing would have just been to not upload anymore, but keep the channel." And I'm like, "That's stupid."
Kind of defeats the purpose of it, though.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like this was part of the plan. They knew what they were getting into. They knew what they were going to be walking away from.
Yeah.
They were just like, this was an art project.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I want us to do with Temper, like not end it, but like have these experiences together and actually document it. Because you know how there's so many experiences that people have had with their friends, but they're only memories. And then memories fade when we get older. We only remember the parts that we strongly experienced, but to remember it in a somewhat accurate account because I'm editing it. But it's going to be...
And then you remember things from 2 years ago when you're editing your vlog.
That's why I love us vlogging, as whenever you are patient enough with me to do in vlogging. But 3 years later, we get to rewatch it. I was like, oh yeah, we did that. And then, The Hike from Hell is a great example. We did that. So working on...
I'm really good at hiking.
So that was probably you weren't
That was not. We were not prepared for a freaking rock slide.
Yeah, or trails to be broken.
Trails to completely disappear, and I had to climb boulders and shit.
Yeah. So Melanie on chat, I don't record stuff and it's just memories. I don't even have good memory. I feel like that's everyone. Like
I have a weird how good my memory is weird. Because I'm a stoner probably. But a friend of mine sent me some pictures of us from 2014 or 15, and it was clearly brunch. There was there was mimosas on the table, and there was food on the table, and I was looking already pretty messy. But I was just like, "What is this?" And then the background was just some nondescript East Coast food place. I was like, oh God, what is this? And then I look at the dress. I'm like, I wore that dress a lot too that year. And I'm like, wait, no, this was in Hoboken. We went to go get brunch, and then we went to Jollibee, and then we missed a train back. And then
oh, your memories are anchored to food.
Yes. It is. And then there was that one time when, this over the weekend, my friends and I were in New York, and we were just looking for somewhere to sit down and chill and be away from people. It was New York City on the weekend. It was gonna be packed, and so we were like, let's find a bar somewhere. And I just didn't want to do it. I didn't have to be the one to look for the bar. I didn't want to have to be the one. We were in a good neighborhood. We were in Lower East Side. It was gonna be great. Wherever it is, it's gonna be good. So I let one of my friends pick. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go to the Sweet and Vicious. I was like, That sounds interesting. Oh my God, I went with Paula there and then we did this. And then, because I was like, we went there, but like before that, we went to Ivan Ramen, and then this is the first time she had.
Ooh, Ivan Ramen was good.
This is the first time she had Ivan Ramen, but before that, there was a wine bar like a wine bar / cafe down the road, and she really wanted, she wanted a tea, and I wanted wine, and that was perfect.
My God.
So yes, my memories are rooted in food.
What is it? Melanie is saying, it's either useless memories like what pie is, or dumb things like my emo phase, how I got into fights when I got expelled from preschool. Max has great memory.
I forget what my name is.
So what do you call it? I've been vlogging or recording things as far as long as I can remember. Like the minute I got
if I'm not eating, I don't know what happened that day.
I got from old school DV camcorders till now. That's just one of what I want to continue doing. I want to do cool things and document it, and also cool things with my friends, and also do cool things with my friends, which is why sometimes when I hang out with people, I have a hard time just not doing something, because I also want to go do stuff. Like, let's go out for a hike. Let's go session. Let's go do this.
Learn how to play basketball and document it.
Yeah, because of my love language of acts of service, doing things, and goes hand in hand with my quality time. Like, gonna hang out, I like to do something because I feel like.
Meanwhile, I'm like, let's just veg out, bro.
Yeah. So
that's my quality time.
Like
vegging out.
Yeah, with you,
turning my brain off.
With you, you're like. I think you mentioned that we don't always have to be doing something. And for me, that's nice, because sometimes I can keep working while you're vegging out.
I'm like, come turn your brain off with me. Come on.
I'm like, I want my brain on.
Take a hit.
Because my brain is not going to be in this state forever. Because there will be a point.
Turn your brain off. Take a hit.
There will be a point where my brain is not as sharp as it is.
Yeah, but
now.
we're gonna die anyway, so it's okay.
Exactly, which is why
Memento mori, motherfuckers.
Which is why I gotta squeeze everything I got.
You and I have very different interpretations of memento mori, and they're both valid.
Yeah, exactly. Or the yin and yang. What was it? I regret not recording my. Those of you guys listening to the podcast, this is from my chat.
The chat.
I regret not recording my dance things and life. I graduated and I see people post old memories, but I don't have anything I wish I did. I literally can only make a 3-second video of pictures and no existent videos. Squeeze them. Yeah, I don't have much memories of my like freshman sophomore year when because I was vlogging. I was a skater kid. I don't have like proof of my super long mushroom haircut with my highlights and my wearing all black and my black fingernails. I was like, yeah, skate or die, bro.
Want me to paint your nails?
I'm kind of down. I'm just like
paint your nails.
Just
your makeup, paint your nails.
Okay,
I'm gonna make you an e-girl.
I don't know about
Emeroy girl, e-girl.
That sounds. The makeup part sounds time consuming. So it's gonna be a daily thing. If it's for a
video.
Okay, yeah. What do you call it?
I'm ready.
What are we talking about? Yeah, and that's why I want to do like stuff with Temper Tantrum. I want us to do the escape room that's coming up. I don't know if any of them are watching this, but yeah, we're planning on doing an escape room. We're planning on doing either parkour or rock climbing. Yeah, so then probably something else. I have a friend who is married, I think, to a professional baseball player.
Oh yeah.
So we were thinking Temper Tantrum versus professional baseball players, like just to do what essentially Unis honestly inspired us to do. Like, gave me that idea of like
military obstacle course.
Except like we won't have to do it every day. We can space it out, obviously. But these would be like memories we can share together. And then I don't know. It sounds cheesy, but I feel like it'd be these funny ideas would be like you don't do this every day. Like, how often are you going to play against a pro basketball player? How often?
I mean technically, Unos Honest wasn't filming every day. They would batch film for a few days and then do their own shit. Or Ethan goes on vacation.
Yeah, that's true. I wish we can friggin' batch film everything, we would be so exhausted.
Oh, God. And in a panini.
Yeah. What is this? Max, I think, would be the brains. I think Brandon would be controlled and he would be directing. I feel like in an escape room situation, I would be the most useless because I would be indifferent and not give a fuck.
I would be like, here's the thing.
I would be like, figure it out.
I would be indifferent to the point where, like, I would be indifferent to the video content. I would just be trying to solve it, and someone's trying to like get like a statement out of me, like, Max, how you feeling? Shut the fuck up.
I would just be like,
all right, let's go.
There.
I was like, let's go, and everyone's gonna be like, everybody follow Max.
So what was this dad just doing things just to experience it? Good or not, the activity? I feel like that should be the libido video that Melanie's commenting in the chat for you guys listening. It should be Temper Tantrum versus libido.
Ooh, the flight or die route. Ooh, I'll stay. I'll do the die.
The flight or
I'll
fight,
do die.
fight, flight, or freeze, right? Response. So some
Flight
people
or
just
fight.
like, because there's also the freeze response where they just like didn't do anything.
Oh.
So flight,
I know about
fight,
that.
or freeze. Yeah.
19-year-old me knows all about that.
Because the whole like deer in the headlights kind of thing. What did you? Oh my god! Did you just make that joke? Oh my god!
Therapy.
I love you.
It works.
It shows ownership of it. Yeah. Or one thing I would love to, I would absolutely love it, is wrestling.
Oh, let's go.
Like the
There's there's an
WWE
actual-
kind of shit.
Yeah, there's like a gym that like does like training stuff.
Yeah, like I know Diego would be geeked.
Oh, I showed you that one where
Yeah. You showed me that one. Yeah, I want to do that. I think B-Rock is friends with some a wrestler as well. So I'll talk to him about that.
Some training.
But it would be cool to have like some intro music. The
Oh my
Pebble.
God, the Pebble. Diego the Pebble Tellez.
I would probably go with my old. Oh, God, I hated this nickname.
Which
when
one?
I was
Inferno Sonic.
in fifth grade, when kids would make fun of me, they would call me El Nino because of my temper.
El Nino works.
Yeah. What if y'all fight each other and only after 30 minutes of training? That'd be.
Film the whole
I hope we
thing.
have more than 30 minutes. Because it'd be cool to actually. I would like to experience an actual vertical suplex.
As a b-boy, you would already know how to fall
Yeah.
without
So
hurting yourself.
I want to experience a vertical suplex.
I've experienced the rock bottom.
Yeah, like on an actual mat. Like
No, on my bed when I was 10 with my
I did that with my brother
And my
too.
back was bruised.
And we broke the bed frame. My mom was mad.
No, we had a metal frame, so it just hurt me.
I'll be doing the slingshot. Which one's that one? You know, oh, okay, yeah. I want to do that. I want to do slingshot. Boom, the spinning Hurricane Rana. I always loved the athletic stuff.
I mean, you would be considered what do they call it? The cruiserweight.
Yeah, like what was that? What the
Rey
Hardy Boys did?
Mysterio, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Because Rey Mysterio was one of my favorites.
Mm.
And then I want to do.
Oh shit! Oh hi Diego.
Diego has entered the chat.
Came at the right time. Oh hi.
No, we were talking about Diego. I mean, this is for everyone listening to the.
We were talking so
no.
much shit about
So-
you. I'm kidding.
No, Diego, we were just talking about like it would be cool to do a Temper Tantrum versus wrestling, and we just do some training and some wrestling, and we all just start wrestling each other, and we have our own outfits and intro music, and I was just simply naming moves that I would like to try doing. I really want to try the Swanton Bomb, so it's like the boom and last minute change. Woo! I remember doing that show to my brother.
Diego's so violent.
Simulated violence.
But yeah, I want to. It would be fun to do that. I'm thinking if we can. Lay
The Pebble
rock.
Bottom.
We should have a Temper Tantrum Royal Rumble.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Diego the Pebble Tellez is in the building.
Diego the Pebble Tellez. Yeah. Dude, that'd be like he Diego out is like a head taller than everyone. All he would have to do is literally just clothesline people off the
She
fucking
would just like go,
Ooh, full on like battle royale with everybody.
yeah.
You start with everybody in the ring. Not even
not even like
just a
the
straight up
Rumble.
battle royale.
battle royale. Everybody for themselves.
Dude, and we should have it make it into a TLC match.
with the briefcase.
Whatever the briefcase is. What was it?
Money in the bank.
They would have what was it be? Like they would have a championship belt. They would have
Money.
whatever it is.
Money in the bank.
Oh, it'd be so cool to be
But
a
like, it's
kid.
not money. It's Monopoly money.
It's the money that they're gonna have to use to pay us for food later. To pay for food later.
Oh, so that's dinner. So whoever wins technically pays for dinner, but you already paid for dinner because that's your money.
We all get a chair. Oh god, the briefcase to take. The briefcase will
Takes over
has
Temper
the-
Tantrum.
The
Oh,
paperwork
God.
to take over Temper
Oh,
Tantrum.
and I'm throwing my name in there. Let's go.
It should be a battle royale TLC cage match.
That's a lot. That's too much. Hell in a cell.
Hell in a Cell. I love that. I love the Hell in a Cell. Those are fucking wild, man. The classic, what was it? Undertaker and Mankind. Woo!
Oh my God. Oh, hi, Rosie.
So literally Diego over here going crazy.
Elimination Chamber, but that's only that limits it. That limits the number of people, though.
Yeah, but I
Or the
oh god.
The Jerry Springer Show, according to Melanie.
It would. I would like that.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Sorry, Rosie.
literally on FaceTime, and he's like, I would love to somehow make this happen next summer. So, assuming things
Make it happen in September. I'm kidding.
So, you want make it happen in September?
No.
As soon as she's
No, sorry, Rosie. SummerSlam.
Temper Tantrum
Temper
SummerSlam.
Tantrum, SummerSlam. Oh, y'all gonna get sued.
Because I'm trying to do at least
Did
one.
they trademark that?
So I'm pretty sure it's trademarked. I'm pretty sure I would like to do this at least once a quarter. No. One Temper Tantrum versus activity. So I mean the current one I'm trying to do is obviously the escape room. The next one we're trying to figure out between tumbling, parkour, or rock climbing, and the next one I wanted to do ghost
You
hunting.
should go to Changa and learn how to count cards at the blackjack. I'm kidding. No, don't do it. It's illegal.
I know it's not illegal. Just look down upon.
I know.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just do it.
Oh, there you go. Figure skating. We can probably do that in the first quarter of the year.
Oh, can I come?
Ooh, in February when you're here, we should try to plan it. Oh, figures, because it's still gonna be cold enough.
There's indoor rinks.
Oh, there are. That's right. That's right. I kept thinking about the public ones because
Diego told me to tell you that he muted you guys because he's too hyped. Oops.
See, so it'd be fun to do figure skating, just like a private session.
Yeah.
Because without the other people, because obviously
It's fun. All
like-
you have to do is literally suck your butt cheeks in so you don't fall.
I would just be on the
Ballet
outside the whole time.
Oh, fuck you.
"Ah."
Oh, you're gonna be.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get used to it and then probably get close. Because when I was doing roller skating, I'm not saying it's the same thing, but I was close to the wall. But once Jordan took a break and hung out with Steph, I was just getting closer. I'm like, I'm feeling more confident.
I remember going ice skating with my ex on a date, and I was like, and I just saw him falling over. I'm like, didn't you grow up next to a lake that freezes really nicely? Yeah, I just never went on it.
Dude. Oh,
If I lived there
Shit.
by the lake, I'd be on my skates.
shit. So
I used to
maybe the
rollerblade a
next
lot when I was a kid.
okay, we'll save the figure skating one for when you're here in February. Yeah. So who's that? BB is a pro ice skater and she teaches and she dances. Oh, that's right. I know BB too. BB's friends, those of you guys just listening, we're talking to people on the chat.
Do it.
I'm down. So
Do
I'm gonna try to
I
plan
don't
it.
even have to be there. I just want to see it.
I want to do it when you're here, so that way we can have
So you and I can have our ice skating date.
so it can be Temper Tantrum and Vision Paradox versus
just me.
All of
wait,
us.
B-Rock.
So just for like the lulls, for the content.
Temper
there's
Tantrum and their social media manager. Hi.
There's a lot. Oh, because if it's me, you, and if you're there, if Joey's there, and whatnot, and Noel's there, you can add VP into the mix as well. The challenge now is getting someone who can film that.
Oh yeah.
Because
they
it
have
would
to skate too.
Yeah.
I'll have to film it.
The only one that I know who can do that, maybe because there's Joey, because he's had to film people in ice skates with his gimbal.
Oh.
So yeah, what was that? Temper Tantrum versus playing an instrument while dancing like Lindsey Sterling, but y'all learn for 40 minutes or dance battle with no music.
Ooh, no music battle will be fine.
No music battle. Yeah.
No music battle will be fine.
Oh god, that would be so awkward. there's other there's the in-person stuff that I want us to do.
Bye Diego, bye Rosie.
Bye Diego, bye Rosie.
Practice my no.
The sharpshooter. Good God, the sharpshooter.
Practice my RKO. If I can reach anyone.
Love you, Diego. Love you, Rosie. Except you, Mel. You're not. I'm just kidding. I appreciate you. I really want to do the obstacle course.
Which
really
obstacle?
bad. The military obstacle course.
You gotta know someone to get in there.
I know.
He only does it with influencers.
Like I want to, like, because I feel like this would be like the unique part as the dance company. Obviously, the reaction videos are helpful because it helps garner the attention. People share our experience, and I ban people for stupid comments and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But and then the dance video is the main thing. But like would be like a unique thing for the dance in the terms of the dance space.
Yeah,
dancers doing stuff, and because I want. I also want us to do a ropes course, so like a team bonding ropes course, because I did a ropes course for my leadership program, and everyone obviously like bonded over it. But I want us to do that. Like, I want them to experience like breakdown, and because the fun of those things is just being from a facilitator standpoint is people who show up in different cases, people who are indifferent, people who need to shut the fuck up and let other people lead. Because I've seen it so many times in FamBiz retreats that they're like, in my head, like sometimes it's the quietest one, and I think often it's been a female. They have the smartest ideas, and the loudest boys need to shut the fuck up and let them talk. Let them take charge. And the thing is, as a facilitator, I can't do anything. I just like set the space for them and let them figure it out as a team. And that's why like we let them go through this breakdown so they can, and then to kind of break through like who can actually play the role, people who figure out like you can take charge. Yes, you can have all these brilliant ideas, but like you're not the only one that has a monopoly on like what to do, who has the right action plan. So when I've seen it so many times, like when they start, boom, we should do this and do this, and the guys like fall in line with that, they're like, let's fucking go. They use their muscle, so to speak, to help with these activities where it requires some strength. So yeah, it's fun. It's what do you call it? I love doing like, I guess, the team building stuff. And I know it's kind of cringy for some people because it's corporate team building feels forced. I feel like if there's no intention, if there's no like true rapport or connection.
But, yeah, my old manager wanted to do like a bowling night for like our team, like from still like at the same job, but like other job there.
Yeah.
The one that I'm not part of anymore. Yeah, he wanted to do like a bowling night, and we were all like, "No."
Yeah.
No.
I think team building shouldn't be the band-aid for terrible chemistry.
Yeah.
Or terrible rapport.
But the thing is, we workers
had really good chemistry with each other. We like that's the thing. That was the thing because like he's overheard us going, "Oh, hey, do you want to go to the bar? Do you want to go here? Do you want to do this? Do you want to go bowling? Do you want to go out to the pool hall or whatever?" And I think he was just like he thought, "Oh, we'll just make it a team exercise thing and then insert myself into it since they're already like bonding. It's not going to be that much of an ask." I'm like, "Yes, it is much of an ask because we don't want you there."
Ouch. So yeah,
like we do this to get away from you.
Yeah, I feel like if I didn't have the rapport that I did with them, I feel like it would be like people would be like, "Why?"
Exactly.
Like we barely know you. Like,
It's also like it's also I think very heavily dependent on how well the rapport is between
the employees or the team and the facilitator.
Yeah. So
or like management or whatever. Because like there, we didn't have that much of a rapport. It's just like, please do not do this. We don't want this.
Yeah.
We don't want to do this with you. We'll have our own bowling night without you. I don't care if the company will pay for it. We can pay for our own fucking bowling night.
Yeah. Because it just adds a layer of what you don't want.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Because then if the company's paying for it, we're just like,
oh, then we have to behave. We can't get. We feel like we can't get.
It's not like we intend on getting sloppy drunk, but like some of us can't get sloppy drunk, Erica, or whatever. Yeah, it just sucks the fun out of it. It's just like I have to behave now. I can't cuss when I get a gutter ball.
Yeah, because there's a certain way, especially if you're not comfortable with your higher up, like in that sense that I have to look a certain way. But like,
oh my god, yeah.
One of the reasons like it helps with how I am with everyone. Like I'm like
an asshole,
and kind of make stupid, offensive jokes, but only if like that rapport
already.
Because then it's I'm comfortable in telling them that this kind of chemistry, or that's why I try to be I think as vulnerable as I can and sharing my experiences. Because in return, I hope that they would eventually reciprocate, and that would be like, I'm willing to be vulnerable to share this and to show that I'm not perfect, even though I'm not. I love you. No, but yeah, either way. Melanie on chat says, team building is cringy at first, but after you get a seasoned little, it's good. Yeah, I feel like it's getting accustomed to the culture of it. Because again, it depends on the intention of these team building exercises, because sometimes these team building exercises really have no true benefit for the overall company.
They think it's a magic solution to a team that's not working.
Yeah. So and
it's
making love you aggressively. Yeah, well, they go make people cry. I make people cry at retreat. I feel I'm proud of that, because it's like it sounds terrible.
I hate that from retreats. It's like, no, stop trying to humanize me. I'm not human.
But it's.
But then again, the last time I was at a retreat, I was in high school and I was emotionally stunted.
Like, I still am.
But imagine like being, because in the Melanie's asking what the heck is a retreat? Like a retreat to nature? No, a retreat is like a getaway. Like you're in a cabin and you're doing all these kind of activities and whatnot.
In my case, it was with Catholic school, so it was a religious retreat.
Yeah, a religious retreat. Some people do work retreats where they just like do.
It's not for team building. Yeah, you go away.
This one is a retreat for like probably at Big Bear or Yosemite, wherever, and
Tahoe,
you do
whatever the fuck.
And you do a team building retreat. I don't most competitive dance team retreats have
they spend a night or a few nights there.
It's just a glorified way of just getting fucked up all weekend. So it's not really a retreat.
It's part of that, but
so yeah, I should know because I was part of those in the FamBiz days. But that's I'd say like my experience of the retreat. For it would be like team building activities, bonding. It's almost like camp in a weekend. Yeah. But yeah, like that's what I love about a retreat, like just having that. Because when I think of these things together, I have a tendency to think of like down the line, these are going to be things we can always call back on. You look to your left, look to your right, like you can be like, oh, and you run into them. I don't know, because I 100% believe 10 years from now, a lot of people are going to be separate. Yeah. They're going to be in their own different ways, but when they reconnect, they'll have these kind of these moments where they experienced joy with each other. Because like from 2011 me was different. Obviously we weren't together. And I was
Yeah, I was just turning 21 that year.
I was getting super like turned with friggin' biz, like just doing crazy shit. I feel like it was different. I hung out with a different set of people.
Yeah, I hung out with a different set of people in 2011 than today.
So that's why I'm thinking like where we are now is gonna be so different 10 years from now. And who knows, like fanbase is gonna like what fanbase looked like in the beginning, 2004, practicing at fucking church parking lots, sneaking into my old high school just to practice. Then that was 2004. Then 2011 we had a home studio, people wanting to audition. And then it's like now I'm like imagining same thing that's going to happen with Temper Tantrum. Like it's exciting. I hope to keep the excitement and the culture to still be there, but I expect many faces to come and go, which is one of the reasons I want these experiences that when we're together to mean something. Because like I'm a time not, I don't want to use that word. I'm stingy with time.
Yeah.
So I would.
Well, it's not that you're stingy with time. You're smart about how you spend your time.
Or like I'm very like aware that time is going away all the time. And that's why like when we create these experiences,
Clock never stops ticking.
So
not
like,
even for anyone.
That's why I obviously you know this, and I hope everyone who's been listening or watching. That's why I don't want to film everything. It's my way of trying to cheat time because we captured time. So that way we can always relive it at the age of 70 or 80. And by the time I'm fucking 60, I don't know if I might still be vlogging by then. Like
you most likely will be.
But we'll be able to look back. That's another like 30 years body of work. Who knows what might be the social thing of the time on VR. What did Melanie say? Even now, 30 years from now, y'all could be 6 years older and flipping off walls while passing on your knowledge to the younglings. Yeah, that could be a thing too. Because there's OGs now. Poppin' Pete, I think he just reached 60. He's an OG. I still think I think it's 50 or 60. Sorry, correct me whoever's watching this on YouTube in the future. But he does not look that. He looks young as fuck. I thought he was 40. Yeah, I'd like to still be dancing and spreading the knowledge, but who knows where I'll be in terms of like running Temper Tantrum.
Yeah.
Will I just
Temper Tantrum's still gonna be a thing?
I would like for it to be a thing. I would like it to be some sort of like avenue, so to speak, where dancers can dance and do cool things and get paid for it without having to go through the industry route. If they want to do industry, great. That's all for them. Cool.
Yeah.
But I would like for us to have that to be a way for dancers who don't want to do industry but still want to pursue dance without having, if you're not doing industry, there's like the other options are like you work at theme parks or you do entertainment shows, much smaller gigs that probably don't pay as much. But with Temper Tantrum, I want us to have our own brand that's strong enough that we can do our own things without relying on industry gigs. It'd be nice to work with companies and sponsors. Like I absolutely love what Hinges is doing, like working with Kia, working with artists. I would still love for us to do that as well, but that wouldn't be our sole way of making the artistry. So I would like, oh, there we go. I want to look like J-Lo 50 to 60 years. Here I am having hip, knees, wrist, and back problems at 18. Trust me, they're only going to get worse when you're older, Melanie. Try to get some, what is that, foam roll, physical therapy, and all that stuff
PT
now.
the shit out of everything, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. JLo has money, so JLo can pay for PT trainers and everything.
Yeah, I'm jelly of what LeBron can put, like take care of his body like that.
The $1,000 like leg compression heat thingy that I was talking about that we were looking at.
Dude.
Okay.
I think that it's $1,000 for
money
the whole
does
body,
buy
right?
happiness.
Or
I think $1,000 is for leg and then $5 for the whole body or something like that. I don't remember.
because I was like, man, that looks good. Like,
Yeah.
like there it is. My legs are sore. I'm just like, I wish, man. We'll see where it goes.
Mhm.
In like my soul, like I feel that it can happen. Like
Mm.
we can be something. Like I have a vision of it, but I feel like it's how life works. It's going to be a version of it. It's not going to be exact, but it will get there. Like this is the same confidence I had with Fanbase in the beginning. Like we'll win someday. We'll be a champ. We'll be champions one day. I just don't fucking know when it's going to be, but I got to stick
At
with it.
some point.
Yeah. And then same thing with VP. I think we're going to be a really amazing, like if not social media, if it's going to be production, because I think
We have been doing a lot of that.
we produce a lot of great shit,
Mhm.
but I would love for us to that. So what is that?
The Napoleon discount.
Melanie on the chat saying, I'll be your chiropractor in 7 years, max it for free. I get the Napoleon discount plus triple the price.
I don't have that much body to go around anyway, Mel, so you might as well.
Melanie is saying that because she was asking about workshops. I told her I would give her the donkey discount plus triple the price. I don't know. Did you see the meme about the about M and Mel when about
Probably not.
the Discord? Yeah, there was a meme like with M. I gave him all the praise. Like it was Gordon Ramsay. He's like, "Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
You were wonderful."
Oh, God. You fucking donkey. Oh, going back to like treats real quick. Like when I obviously like I went to Catholic school in the Philippines, so we would go on these retreats, and it was obviously supposed to be like a religious experience. I'm not religious whatsoever. I thought that was whole bullshit, but I did use that as taking religion out of it as like some sort of meditative kind of thing. Like I took the time to be alone, or I think the last one that I did with them was during my junior year. We had to have like a buddy system because the place that we had a retreat at was massive, and it was like up in the mountains, and there was like no phone service, and we weren't allowed to bring our phones anyway, so who the fucking cares?
Yeah.
So we had to have like a buddy system. We had to like stay with like our buddy pretty much at all times. And the thing is, like, I was good friends with my buddy, so we were like fine. Like we would just literally walk around in silence. So it was great. So she would sit there and be silent. I would sit there and be silent. Neither of us are praying because we think it's bullshit. We're just sitting there being alone with our thoughts.
It's just nice to be like in silence.
And then taking in like the amazing freaking scenery.
Nature.
Because it was freaking gorgeous. It was like up in the mountains. The climate was a little cooler. Pine trees and blah, blah, blah. And that chapel actually looked really nice because it was very Gothic inspired. Like the doors were freaking gorgeous. I wish I had a camera. I was just like, the doors. And they were just like, I thought you didn't like the chapel. I like the doors. And I like the stained glass, like at the...
I like the architecture.
I like the architecture, period. It was so good. It was so nice. And also I try to learn the quote unquote urban legends, even though it's not an urban area. I like to learn the ghost stories of each retreat house because I know there's always one. Because then I can be the ghost.
Okay, does that mean it's been a while since I've been to any churches, but what I do like about some churches is like just
some of them
gorgeous
are gorgeous
architecture.
The old ones.
Man, that is quality work.
And some of the places in the Philippines, like in the provinces, like these old churches, some of these were literally made with egg whites and some other binding stuff. Egg whites.
Oh my God, that's some like crazy ancient ingenuity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I would love for us to do retreat. That's actually the first group
Temper Tantrum
thing
retreat.
we're probably gonna do. After the audition,
In Vegas, I'm kidding.
The whole month. Oh God, I'm thinking Yosemite or Big Bear.
Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree.
I'll bring the mushrooms.
Too. So, but the retreat might be around like January. Like, so, you want to be here when I'm doing the retreat? When I'm like
I want to go to Joshua Tree.
So yeah, like
you can run the retreat with them. I'll just be stoned in the corner.
Oh no, I don't want to be distracted by anything else aside from what I need to do that day.
I'll be in the corner. I'm not being distracting.
No, the fact that you're there doing whatever else is like the whole point of the retreat is for everyone to be there, not for you and then one random.
I'll get my own Airbnb.
Yeah, so
I'll book my own Airbnb.
Yeah, that might be the first big thing we do for Temper Tantrum because it's like because I feel like it'll just be a nice way to start off the year. with everyone, because I have several people in mind that are auditioning that I know would mesh well, but also there's obviously some talent and personalities and looks that I would like to add on here just to give us variety. Like but I ultimately I would love for us to have a sense of chemistry and rapport that would help when we do Temper Tantrum Royal Rumble.
And I get to ref that.
That'd be funny. That'd be cool if you did that. You did 1, 2.
There's no counts.
Oh no, that's right. The Royal Rumble doesn't have that. It's elimination. You just
Over the top rope. If it's not over the top rope, you gotta go. They can go back in.
oh my god, it's been forever since I watched it. But yeah, there's so many things I'm excited for. It's fun.
Oh, it's fun.
Hi, my name is Bailey Sarian.
I'm just gonna title this Aqua Tofano for no reason. No.
Hashtag we love you, Bailey Zarian.
Notice us. Oh no, I already said that idea. Yeah, I think we're good. We got
Please.
some pretty good content. Let's start wrapping it up here.
Yeah.
Oh, Mel, do you know
Aqua Tofano.
Aqua Tofano?
Aqua Tofano.
Aqua Tofano.
Aqua Tofano.
Okay, so let's start. I'm gonna start wrapping. You anything else?
Subscribe to Bailey Sarian. Okay.
Yeah, subscribe. Not just us. Subscribe to Bailey Sarian.
Okay. Subscribe to Bailey Sarian.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Awkward Tea Party. Yeah, if you did, make sure you hit like, subscribe, share this with friends who you think might enjoy this, and do all the things. Hit the bell button, notifications, and whatnot. And if there's anything else, I know we don't care for comments because I get so many requests, but for this one, I will open it. What are some things that you'd like for us to talk about, or any questions for the ATP? Awkward
Send those requests on Patreon.
So, other than that, we appreciate you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Have an amazing night, day, evening, decade, or wherever you are. Shakira, take care. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye. Beep, boop, 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 beep.
That's the intro right there.